Welcome back to another episode of Legend the Coming. And tonight, I'm going to talk about relationships, Facebook posts, the expectations, what people want, what they think they deserve, what they desire. Let's get into the first Facebook post that I'm going to talk about. Now, I'm not going to name people's names because I know y'all are going on Facebook typing it in, looking up names and chatting and starting shit. And we not going to do no motherfucking Facebook wars and gossip because I use Facebook to get this paper. That's right. I'm not on Facebook talking about where I'm getting my hair cut at, where I'm going to the club at, where I'm eating at, putting my timeline and all that. That's dangerous, people. For all you people that's so comfortable on social media, watch out, be careful. Anyway, this Facebook says, when I get married, I want a different ring every anniversary. No, she say, when I get married, I want a different ring every year on our anniversary to show that I matter to you and I'm worth the billion in your eyes. I'm going to say this again. This is what this Facebook post says. This sexy lady says, when I get married, I want a different ring every year on our anniversary to show that I matter to you and I'm worth billions in your eyes. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you some ladies who just heard this post. If a man is not able to get you a ring every single year on y'all anniversary, doesn't mean that you're not worth the world to him. See, that's what's going on right now. Y'all are watching Glorilla, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, all these rich, successful, black, beautiful ladies in the hip hop and the entertainment industry, rapping their songs, talking their shit, doing their thing, expressing themselves, and I love it. But y'all are forgetting one thing. You don't have what they have. If you don't have a rich man, you can't expect, or a wealthy man, for him to get you a diamond, iced out ring every motherfucking year to prove his love. Now, if you want that, ain't nothing wrong for that. Aim for the stars, because that's what we supposed to do in life. We supposed to want everything that we can have and obtain. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying be realistic. Now, I don't know if she made this post as a hope and a prayer or being ambitious, or if she just have expectations that whatever man marries her should get her a ring every year. Now, I'm going to tell you something, young lady who got this post on Facebook. You better get the step in your game where you can put yourself in the company of wealthy men that can be able to cater to you. And guess what? This is the drawback on the other side to it. What are you going to do for your man every year on your anniversary to show that he's the world to you? See, she left that out. So you know what that says to me? That she's selfish and that she thinks she the only one that should be certified and reassured every year that she's special. This has to go both ways, America. The man has to show the woman every year that she's still special, just like the woman has to show the man every year that he's still special. This shit don't go one way, ladies. That's how you build a strong bond with a real man and do extraordinary things in life. It's both sides showing gratitude and appreciation for each other. It's not a one-way street. So I hope that you meant both sides, baby, because you didn't put on here what you was going to do. See, a lot of women these days think men supposed to cater to them because they beautiful. It takes more than a look to get me hooked. And moving on to the entertainment industry, leaving the Facebook post, Pat Sajak, the beloved Wheel of Fortune host. That's right. The Caucasian that been talking this shit and swallowing spit for 40 years on Wheel of Fortune, making it one of the number one hit shows in the world for decades and decades and decades. Says he's going to retire as the host next year. He been doing that shit a long time. Sometime when you do shit for so long, you just have to call it quits and throw the towel in. Now this man is literally 60 or 70 years old. I don't know his exact age, but I know he's in his 60s or 70s. Now, another thing, most people can't hold on to a legendary profession and do it 40 years. So to be able to be a commentator, and someone that can speak to the people and entertain you on a talk show for 40 years is a massive achievement. It's greatness. I think Pat Sajak is ready to lay back on the beach in Palm Springs of Mexico with him a sexy senorita sipping on a margarita and enjoy his life. It's time for him to live it up. He can't no longer be on TV for you motherfuckers every week. It's time for this old man to focus on his old plan, and that's to enjoy life. I know he's been enjoying it all these years he's been doing this show. Wheel of Fortune, come on now. Everybody been watching Wheel of Fortune since they was 2 or 3. We might don't watch it no more now because there's so much shit to entertain us. But you know what Wheel of Fortune is. It's that game show where they have a slogan or a phrase and you have to figure it out and spin the wheel and pick the letters until you complete the sentence. It's simple. Anyway, in the world, we still got niggas getting God damn, when is the fad gonna stop? This shit is just gonna keep on lasting. We got 2 young men behind bars for using a stolen Infiniti to ram into police cars. That's right. Pulled into a parking lot and rammed some police cars like they just ain't scared of jail. Now you look at their mug shot, the motherfuckers look like they just snorted 3 grams of cocaine and a gram of fentanyl. Eyes is buckets of motherfucker. Just look like they just in la la land. You motherfuckers are losing your mind out here. Y'all taking these drugs and getting false courage, thinking y'all motherfucking Superman and superheroes and shit, and you niggas gonna get football numbers. Yeah, you niggas are gonna get touchdown after touchdown tacked on in your motherfucking life where you ain't gonna see the street no more. I mean, you niggas is losing y'all mind out here. The cheapest cars ever sold that people can afford is just disgusting now. Targeted. You got to stack your money up so you can get something you can afford that's expensive just to be able to sleep at night. Because if you buy Infiniti or a Kia, you can take it to the bank. They smashing your window out and turn up the steering column. It's fucked up. It is fucked up. When will you niggas stop doing this bullshit? Now I'm going to mix this shit up with one of the old goddammit gangster mob legends that everybody know about. John Gotti. John Gotti is not on the planet no more, rest in peace. But he got a son. His motherfucking history lives on. John Gotti III had a nerve to step in the ring with FLoyd Mayweather. Got his ass beat the shit out of, too. You got to know your lane, people. Some things you can do and some things you can't. This motherfucker psychotic thinking that he can actually beat Mayweather. Now, this was supposed to be an exhibition. But once they started fighting, when FLoyd was fighting, everybody wanted to knock FLoyd out. They couldn't do it. So motherfuckers think they're going to slick be able to knock him out in an exhibition and catch him off guard. FLoyd wasn't going. Let's get into the story. Boxing legend Antonio Tarver, who called the Mayweather Gotti III fight, urged to break down exactly what he saw, from the in-ring melee to the backstage brawl with Jocelyn Hernandez. And we're going to talk about Jocelyn's sexy ass in a minute after we get to talk about FLoyd and John Gotti III. Now, this shit ended in complete chaos Sunday night. Now, the scene at the Florida Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida was absolutely mayhem after Mayweather toured with Gotti III for several rounds. The New York mob boss grandson kicked off a melee by trying to go after the boxing legend. Now, this would happen. FLoyd was tatting his ass up. They call it jabbing in boxing. Jabbing is a quick punch where you hit your opponent and keep them up off you till you're ready to knock them out. Some people have a powerful jab, though. You put a little something on it, a little extra power behind that snapping jab, you can pop a motherfucker in the lip and have the lip bleed. It's like busting a pimple or busting a balloon, letting the air out that motherfucker. So George Floyd was popping him with that jab. Popping him with that motherfucker. And all of a sudden he realized he couldn't do nothing with Floyd. And that motherfucker got frustrated and got mad and started grabbing Floyd by the head, putting him in headlocks and shit. And the referee told this motherfucker, you got to stop. Nigga, this ain't like the mob days when y'all had control. This is the boxing ring. You don't have no control. The referee did. So this motherfucker constantly putting Floyd in the headlock after the referee warned him several times. So you know what the referee did? He seen it getting out of control. He knew that if he let the fight go on, Floyd was going to punish this motherfucker. So he made it where it can be over with and tried to keep the peace. When he stopped the fight, this little spoiled brat cocksucker John Gotti III started trying to charge Floyd and fight him illegally after the fight was over with. And this is what made the motherfucking fight and the brawl break out on stage, where it was 50 people in the ring pushing and shoving and swinging and shit. And they got Floyd out the way and protected him like they were supposed to. While this motherfucker was over there in a fucking sandwich, couldn't move. Yeah, John Gotti III, you're fucking with the wrong one. Now, in the video filmed by bystanders in the arena, after Gotti III was disqualified for holding, he attempted to still throw punches at Mayweather, which led to several people jumping into the ring to protect the 50-0 boxer. More than a dozen people got involved, while most of the scuffle featured pushing and shoving. Several punches were thrown. Now you can see, I told you that Mayweather was retreating in his corner away from all the action that lasted several minutes. Now see, Floyd made $20 million for this fight. I take $20 million to fight an ignorant motherfucker that know he can't fuck with me in the ring, but he still want to get his dumb ass in there thinking it's a game. Jocelyn Hernandez with her sexy ass. Now in the middle while all this shit was going on, she was starting up some shit too. If you don't know who Jocelyn Hernandez is, that's that motherfucker that used to be on Love and Hip Hop. Yeah. She had an accent. That's right. Things didn't look much better in the bowels of the venue, as well as Love and Hip Hop star Jocelyn Hernandez beat up Big Lex in a wild fight. At some point, cooler heads finally prevailed, and our sources say Mayweather actually took the time out to smooth things over with Gotti III. Now, they said that, Gotti III threatened Mayweather's daughter is the reason why this shit jumped off like this. You can't talk about nobody motherfucking kids, man, and expect them to just let it go. People are going too far these days. They say some of the disrespectful shit and think you're supposed to let it go. Motherfuckers lose your motherfucking mind.